How can something that looks like nothing hold everything? How can a tiny dot be the seed of stars, the origin of sacred geometry, the very womb of the universe? What if I told you that the most powerful force in Tantra is not movement, not sound, not form, but zero? The one thing we often overlook is the one place where it all began. Close your eyes, let's go there together. Zero is the cosmic womb, the mother before all forms. In Tantra, the world isn't created through noise, it's born from silence. Zero is not a void, it's a womb. Like the mother's womb holds life before birth, zero holds the universe before manifestation. It's not empty, it's full of potential. Before the stars shine, before breath enters, zero is there, waiting, watching, holding. This is Shakti in her purest form, not yet moving but infinitely powerful, not yet speaking but already whole. This is why in Tantra we bow to zero, not as nothingness but as the source of everything. The union of Shiva and Shakti begins in zero. In the deepest layers of Tantra, Shiva and Shakti, consciousness and energy, are not separate lovers. They are one still pulse resting together in zero. Before Shakti begins her cosmic dance, before Shiva becomes the silent witness of the universe, they are not separate, they are still, resting together in infinite potential as pure presence, as sacred stillness. That stillness is Shunya, not death, not absence, but a sacred space where everything exists as potential, as presence, as infinite peace. Without zero, nothing can begin. Have you ever thought about the moment before a word is spoken? The pause before music starts? The blank page before a poem appears? That's zero. Tantra teaches every form arises from the formless, and without stillness there is no movement. Without silence there is no sound. The greatest truths don't come in loud movements, they arise in quiet space in between. Tantra teaches us to trust the space between. In the modern world, we are told to do more, say more, be more. But Tantra whispers, go within, trust the pause, return to zero. Because in that space between your breaths, in the gap between your thoughts, in that moment where you just are with no label, no role, no noise, you touch something ancient, something untouched, something eternal. That is you. That is zero. Now, why zero is a master key in Tantra? In most systems, zero is seen as absence, but in Tantra, it is the purest form of power. Why? Because everything from mantras to energy begins with space, and that space is sacred. Tantra doesn't add layers, it removes them until you return to that untouched stillness inside you. In that stillness, you remember you were never small, never broken. You were always whole. You had just forgotten the silence you were born from. Every yantra, those intricate, sacred diagrams in Tantra, starts with a single dot. That dot is called the Bindu. It may be tiny, but it holds infinite power. The Bindu is zero in form, the moment where nothing becomes something. From this still dot, the entire universe unfolds. Lines, shapes, triangles, petals, all spinning out from the center of silence. This is the mystery of sacred geometry. It's not designed outward. It's revealed from within. And when you meditate on that dot, that Bindu, you are not just seeing a symbol. You are touching the moment before creation. You become the center, the witness, the wholeness. So the next time you feel lost in this noisy world, remember the place where it all began. A dot, a pause, a silent breath, a sacred zero holding the entire universe inside you. Because in Tantra, the goal is not to add more to yourself, but to return to the silence beneath everything. And when you reach that silence, you will know you are not just part of the universe. You carry within you the same stillness that gave birth to it. Just like a mother's womb holds the life before it's born, you hold a sacred space inside you, where thoughts pause, where stories dissolve, where truth rests. That is zero. And Tantra doesn't teach you to become something else. It gently guides you back to the you that existed before the noise, before the roles, before even your first breath. And in the end, you will realize the divine was never lost, never distant. It was always there, in your breath, in your silence, in the space between your thoughts. Because at your core, you are stillness, you are emptiness, you are zero, and zero is divine.